How far did you go in a game of truth or dare? I jumped 20 stairs almost 3 meters height I think. I was stupid, I tore a ligament in knee. I jumped out a window. I couldn't see the ground because it was dark. And when my feet hit, my knee slammed into my jaw and busted 2 teeth. That was an expensive dare. As a dare, I got my ear pierced by a friend using a needle. Seemed funny at the time. But the next few days, where it was leaking yellow pus and my entire ear was red, were a little less funny. I made out with one of those weird growths on the side of a tree for 5 minutes. My tongue was bleeding for about an hour. Was dared to go home. I went home. As a kid my cousin always beat the shit out of me and was a terror. One day she dared me to go to the very top of the roof, and I'm not sure if she asked me to jump off or stand on the edge. I do not want to exaggerate, so I'll assume stand. I did, with my toes being in the air and the rest of my feet on the edge of the roof. I was 10 years old and that was the first time I felt suicidal, despite having been generally happy and well at the time. So far I drank salt/pepper water, ate a wax candle, and ate a flower. Yes, a flower. Edit. One person asked how much I ate. How did you know I was at a restaurant? Edit 2. I wasn't joking. When I ate the flower and the candle I ate was supposed to be someone else's dare, but I did it for him. Gave a blowjob to a long balloon. I was maybe 12. Second base. With 3 boys. Dated a 50-year-old for a week. Licked the ground of a bus. I played this a lot. Ate an entire watermelon. Ate stick of butter. I, female, wore men's underwear and put a sock into it like it's a dick, then say stuff in a gruff manly voice. Someone else was dared to bite my ass sexily and ended up tearing part of it off. Body shots but using maple syrup. Masturbates in front of a group while fully clothed. Probably about 19ish at the time. Male. Got dared to lick chocolate sauce off a girl's bare tit. She wasn't into me, but loved the attention. So I went for it. Another time I was dating someone at the time, and they dared her to give me a BJ under a blanket. She went for it and nobody actually believed it was happening. My one friend called bullshit on me, and I swore, no dude, she's ducking sucking it right now. Back off. Then his girlfriend shouted, no ducking way. Why? And tried to yank the blanket off. I grabbed it back and leaned over to the side to hide our sinfulness, but I'm pretty sure they caught a glimpse. Edit. That wasn't even the most embarrassing one. The worst was when I was at a medieval battle reenactment event and everyone was hanging out around various campfires afterward. I got dared to walk past every campsite doing the Cornholio bit from Beavis and Butthead. I thought it was a ducking hilarious idea. But I was alone in this. It's so very alone. Northeast. I've gone streaking before but never felt quite as naked as I did that night. Walking up to group after group of strangers with my shirt over my head and having them stare at me like disappointed fathers while I ask if they have TP for my bunghole. Someone licked my hair once. In one round I was dared to run around the house naked in March in the US Northeast, and the next round I was dared to kiss another guy, both of which I did. I dropped my pants to my ankles and hugged a stranger. Thank you, mister, for not decking 15-year-old me or calling the cops. I still cringe at that memory. A picture exists of a friend of mine's dick on my head. Jumped a balcony of motel room into pool while holding my friend's GF. One time I almost died after I was dared to sneak into my friend's dad's room and take his watch off his nightstand. He almost shot me and haven't been back since. I peed inside my neighbor car, all over the seats. Not proud, but it was 14 years ago. Was dared to order pizza naked, and it was legend. Me and my buddies were playing truth or dare in 6th grade one time. I ended up jumping off a 20-foot snow mound. No got hurt. Nothing exciting happened, but it was nerve-wracking at the time. Sucked a dick. Learned I was B. Me and my cousins were dared to cut off someone's electricity from some box outside. It made a loud sound, then their lights went out. Then someone came outside and started yelling, so naturally our dumbasses run through the rest of the houses to the other side of the trailer park. A few minutes later we heard sirens and seen red and blue flashing lights. We stayed at one of my cousin's friend's house for a few minutes until they left. Apparently that's illegal according to his friend, but I never looked into it. I put my fingers inside another man's asshole. For context, we were at sea, drunk after 3 months away from home, bored. Other people were drinking beer through dirty Hoover tubes, think skin flakes and nail clippings, setting their pubes on fire, eating jizz off of biscuits, that kind of thing. It gets boring at sea. My girlfriend, now wife, ended up having a threesome with one of the other girls while people watched. Almost was a foursome, but the other girl chickened out. Let's just say that was the first of many threesomes we've had. I was playing with a group of friends, and by the time we were done playing, we ended out 10% gayer than we already were. I gave a lap dance to a fridge while being sober. Sucking dick, I'm a guy. Not me, but my ex had damn near choked to death on a dildo. Not a fun night all around. I woke up hungover and she was still pissed cause I was laughing too hard about a near death experience that was easily preventable if she hadn't tried it in the first place. Got dead by friend to make out with her gay friend at the time. Best kiss I've had to this point even still. Dares escalated from there and the three of us went to the bedroom and I found out I was bisexual. It was fun of course, but sharing such a serious moment of discovery in my life with my friend actually ended up being incredibly intimate, and I'm glad it happened the way it did. A friend of mine was dead to lick my butt cheeks, then he said truth, then they said, would you like to my A++, seriously got up, never talked to those people again. TL. Doctor, friend got dead to lick my butt cheek. Last thing I remember was giving my uncle a lap dance. Woke up on the back of a giraffe in a zoo. His name was Raphael. I had the choice to either lick my friend's ass or lick the inside of his shoe. I'm just hoping that the pictures don't get leaked one day. 13 years old. Dared to suck a boy off and finger a girl in a closet during a sleepover. My friend's parents had a cabin on the same land as their house, and we would have sleepovers with boys because they weren't super vigilant. Now that I think back on it, I cringe because it was such an intimate act and tons of kids, like ourselves, were standing outside listening. Not super exciting, but I have licked public outdoor garbage bins on multiple occasions. I stopped when the idea of toe sucking was brought up. I've shaved my head. Was a pretty lame dare, if you ask me, because I walked around with a buzz cut as a child, except when I forgot to get a haircut, and because I've been noticeably balding since roughly the time I had to shave my beard. I've also eaten cherry pie without using my hands, exactly as messy as it sounds. Had an egg smashed over my head, and sung a love song, badly, to some girl that was also playing with us. Pissed on my friend. I was playing Truth or Dare with my friends, and after a bit of normal playing, one of my friends dared my other friends to tack a bag of ice cubes and put it in their underwear. When I was 15, Yomi and GF were invited to a party. Me and GF were good friends with the host, so we and a few others stayed a while longer than others. We decided to play Truth or Dare, and I was up first. I was dead to let everyone tie me up then do what they want for 5 minutes. Got my dick sucked by 3 girls. Best day ever! Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. I dared a friend to throw a rock at a bull's nuts. He hit them, and we almost got rammed by the bull. Luckily it was tied down to a tree. I took a girl's gum that she was chewing already and put it in my mouth and chewed it. I once was dared by a lesbian to duck her. I was the first guy she wanted to try. She was in couple, but I don't really care cause I'm non-monogamous, and if she wants the D, she'll get the D. It was cool. Not the best in my life though. Sorry for my basic English. I'm not a native speaker. Please click subscribe if you enjoyed this video.